Coming up on Cannons Full Contact, we go all access with the Cannons on their trip to Florida and their dramatic season opening win. We profile Cannons attackman Davey Emola, who went from an unknown in Charlotte to a star in Boston. And we look ahead to the home season at Harvard Stadium. It's time to get excited. Cannons Full Contact is on the air. Welcome to episode 2 of Cannons Full Contact. I'm Margot McCauley, and I'm joined by former Cannons defender Jack Reed. Jack, the season is finally underway. The Cannons have 2 games under their belt, and they're gearing up for their home opener. It's exciting.
It is, and it's always a treat to be playing in front of the home fans. Boston's got a great crowd. The Cannonball Busters are always making a lot of noise right there on the sidelines. So it's nice to be back in the friendly confines of Harvard Stadium. I'm sure the boys are looking forward to it.
I love going to games at Harvard Stadium. The Cannons played their first 2 games on the road, opening the season on April 23rd in Florida, and the Cannons came away with an exciting overtime win over the Launch. Our Cannons Full Contact crew went along for the trip and was given full access. Let's take a look.
You can just tell, I can see when you're in that zone now, man. Yeah. You're there, brother. You're there.
The reason Busick is not, he's playing. He's right there.
He's not flying out here.
I asked him not to, but...
Oh, hands. I'm feeling skinny, Tony. We've been here. We've been here. We stay here. All right, dude. Let's go, baby. All right,
you guys are a fairly veteran team. They got a lot of new guys out there. Let's attack these guys early. Let's go after it. Attack for the entire game. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Boom squad on 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom squad. Let's go, boys. Let's have a day. Let's have a day. Here we go, Hawk. Here we go, Hawk. Here we go.
Separates from Pellegrino, lets it fly and scores.
Holy cow, what are we doing there?
Cannons have numbers. Here's Earl.
Yeah!
5 holes count for the goal.
Back to 2, man.
You gotta shoot it! Shoot it! Be a shooter!
Get a different matchup for him. He can't do anything. Get him either against a short stick or another matchup.
What ball movement from the Cannons. Turry to Begley.
Way to stick that. Way to stick it.
You're starting to play with a major sense of urgency right there. We gotta play like that, all right? Don't sit back on our heels on either side of the field. Play with that sense of urgency. Don't rush things, but go hard, all right? Let's go. No excuses there, boys. Let's do it.
Manning skips it to Balestri, hands free, and he scores! Balestri with the game winner in Florida.
The Cannons' leading goal scorer in the season opener was attackman Davey Emola, which should come as no surprise based on what he accomplished in his first 2 seasons with the team.
A 2013 graduate of North Carolina, Emola spent a year with the Charlotte Hounds, but didn't get a lot of action.
Nope.
Cannons acquired him in 2015 during the supplemental draft, giving him his shot to take a full role, and he took full advantage, scoring 2 goals in his first game and never looking back.
Emola led the team in goals in 2015 with 33 and won the league's Comeback Player of the Year award. He scored 27 more in 2016 with the Cannons, giving 50 in his first 2 seasons with the team. He and Will Manny are one of the most feared attack duos in the MLL. We get to know Davey Emola a little bit better in this week's player profile.
What's interesting about my journey is that I started at Georgetown University. I played there and then transferred to North Carolina after 2 years, so it was 2 and 2. You know, as we see today more and more, a lot of young commitments are being made for high schoolers that really you're not quite sure about what you're looking for. Now, in my case, I really did like Georgetown. I thought it was an outstanding school, but I really was set on the idea of competing for a national championship every single year. You know, I'm a very competitive person. I wanted to win. You know, I didn't want to be worried about getting into the tournament. I wanted to be worried about what seed are we going to have in the tournament. My teammates, actually from Gilman, 2 of my teammates, a couple of them, Marcus Holman included, was already at North Carolina, and I was just familiar with a lot of the people, and I really loved the style of play. So that was where, you know, I looked first and went with it. You know, it was a tough decision, but at the end of the day, Carolina was awesome for me. Loved playing for Coach Bress. loved all of my teammates, and very thankful for the experience. Just being able to see that different perspective, I think has taught me a lot, and at the end of the day, I can look back and say that decision to transfer was the best decision I've made, just because I don't think I would still be as involved in the sport of lacrosse as I am now. Large chunk of my time, I'm coaching the game, whether it's at the high school level, at Gilman School in Baltimore, Maryland, where I'm from. I've been really coaching at the youth level for a while, middle school, lower school, just because I think it's so important for kids to get good coaching at a young age. I know with the growth of lacrosse, which is outstanding, you see a lot of club teams popping up in different areas, and it's become sort of almost a business, and kids are playing, 25, 30 games in a summer instead of working on their skills and really learning how to play. I care about lacrosse. It's given me a lot of things, and I want to be able to give back by spreading the game as much as I can. Been to places like California, Texas, Hawaii, even putting on clinics. And it's just so great to see, because I think lacrosse is a sport that brings people together and is unique in that aspect. So I take pride in being able to coach the game at a high level, but also at basic level, at the youth level, thinking that that's going to help these kids in the future. It really made me realize how much I enjoy the sport, enjoy playing, how much I want to take that energy and that love of the game and spread it to as many different people as I can. For me, that's pure energy, and it came naturally. It sort of started in college when I just really found how much I liked practice, and it's really taken form for me at the professional level of just wanting to be that guy that will make a little bit of noise, will be that positive energy.
DC, LA, LA, DC. What a legend.
That backside guy's going to end up inside every time. Yeah. Coming out for Friday night practices is when you'll really hear me going a lot. I think just because, we've been away from each other the whole week. We get to, we have a game the next day, and it's just so much fun to be in the locker room with your teammates, to be on the field with your teammates. That's why we play. That's why we love to play. So much of those little things, I've just really realized at the professional level how much I love them, and you just see that naturally come out through my energy. The last 2 years, our seasons ended in difficult ways. That feeling is only going to drive us, and making sure we're taking care of what we need to get that goal of the championship.
Jack, as a former defender, how tough would it be to stop that duo of Manny and Emila?
Well, they bring a couple of interesting pieces to their game. They're heady players, they're smart, their IQ is good on the field. They're really quick, shot placement's excellent, presents a lot of challenges for any defense, not just in individual matchups, but in the team game as well.
How do they work off of each other well?
I think they feed off each other's energy. They know how to look in space and time, so it's kind of that intuition of, I've got the ball here, but I know he's back there waiting for it if I get in trouble.
So much fun to watch. Well, moving on, guys, still to come on Cannons Full Contact, Boston Cannons head coach Sean Quirk will join us in studio to break down the Cannons' dramatic comeback win over the Florida Launch in Week 1.
We're on to you, diabetes. Time's up insufficient prenatal care. And administrative paperwork, your days of drowning people are numbered. Same goes for you, budget overruns. And rising costs. Wipe that smile off your face. We're coming for you too. For those who won't rest until the world is healthier, neither will we. Optum, how well gets done.
And the rain's starting to come down a bit stronger here. Manny, hands free and a goal. What a time to show off that stroke to Turret. Manny skips it to Balestri, hands free, and he scores! Kyler Balestri with the game winner in Florida.
Welcome back to Cannons Full Contact. I'm Margo McCauley. We just saw the game-tying and game-winning goals from the Cannons' overtime win in Week 1. Jack is going to take a closer look at those two goals with a little help from Cannons coach Sean Quirk.
Thanks a lot, Margo. So I'm joined by Coach Quirk now. We're going to run through a couple of the plays that took us through Week 1 and ended up resulting in victory. The first, the equalizer at the end of the fourth quarter. Why don't you pull that up for us, Coach?
Absolutely, Jack. So here, Mike Begley starts off with the ball going down the wing, puts it through X to Will Manny, getting our offensive set up, getting guys onto the field.
I noticed during my review, these guys set up a little two-man game. Was that freelance, something we're trying to work throughout the season on up top?
Yeah, John Tucker, our offensive coordinator, does a great job with putting in two-man sets and pick downs. So that was something that was somewhat planned before we get into our offense.
We see the pick and a little pop and feed here.
And then Will sticks that goal from Justin Turry, which was obviously just a beautiful shot in the corner.
Willie really seemed to hit a small window on that one to kind of push us into overtime. It's a great finish.
Definitely.
Awesome. So let's look at the game winner in overtime.
So here we won the opening faceoff going man up. We called timeout in the defensive end. Ideally, we would have done that in the offensive end, but Justin cleared the ball pretty well there. Here we're in an open set.
Coach, when you mention open, are you talking about the fact that there are no cannons in the crease area right now?
That's correct. So we're kind of seeing where the defense is, what kind of look they're going to give us before we ultimately get into that set. So Justin comes down to the crease a bit, Will Manny, and they exchange.
Florida seems to start getting spread out a little bit by design, hoping to overload them to find some alleys to throw the ball through.
Absolutely. You got the 3 defenders up top, 2 down below, really giving Will Manny a great opportunity for when he gets the ball to make a good look to either the backside pipe or potentially Kyler Balestri up top.
So you got 4 launch guys on one side of the field. It's a little bit of an overload, and as Will goes to make this catch, he can actually see his lane for the finish.
Absolutely, Jack. So Kyler Balestri with the ball here. Ball's back up top. Ball to Justin Turry.
There's
Will
that
Manny.
lane. Gets a little lucky with the skip pass, huh?
It was tipped by the defender, exactly, Jack. But Kyler, made a great play on it, saw it through, and stuck that low corner.
So first lead of the game ends the game. Not a bad way to finish off week 1, Coach.
Definitely.
Awesome.
They got a lot of new guys out there. Let's attack these guys.
Let's go hard, all right? Let's go. No excuses there, boys.
We just saw Coach Quirk at work during the team's season opener. I can tell you that coaching, especially coaching the fundamentals, doesn't stop just when you get to the pro level.
Speaking of those fundamentals, here is Coach Quirk with another tip in our Kyocera Coaches Clinic.
Hi, Coach Quirk here. The next drill that we're going to focus on is called the hip drill, where the player in front is boxing out to gain possession of the ground ball. The player behind is trying to gain position on the front player to grab the ground ball and gain possession. For the player boxing out, it's important to get low in a good athletic position, getting the top hand near the plastic, bottom hand on the butt end, getting low, picking up the ground ball, bringing it directly to the chest to gain possession. The player that's behind the man boxing out is trying to gain possession, get around him to scoop up the ground ball as well. Both players, front and back, are constantly moving their feet to gain position to scoop up the ground ball. The player in back is focusing really on the hips of the player in front to see his movements so he can get in front of them to gain possession. Once the player in front, if he were to stand still, that's going to allow the player behind to gain position and an advantage to get the ground ball. The coaching points during this drill are the emphasis of scooping ground balls. Once the player picks up the ground ball, they're bringing it up right to the helmet, protecting it close to the chest, and make a pass or a shot or a clear.
When we come back, we look ahead to the Cannons home opener and what's in store for you, the fans, at Harvard Stadium this season.
Trimino protein-infused water naturally boosts metabolism, curbs appetites, and helps replenish and maintain muscle. So whether you're working out, playing sports, or running the rat race, get in touch with your inner athlete and treat your body right with new, delicious Trimino. Why just hydrate when you can rejuvenate with Trimino protein-infused water? Trimino beats water every day. Look for Trimino at your local supermarket or visit us online at drinktrimino.com.
And oh, what a save! Davey Ebola has won it for Boston. Hawkins, the ride, and the goal! Buchanan's got it! The Boston Cannons are still alive!
Some great moments there from the 2016 Cannon season at Harvard Stadium, where it's always a great atmosphere for the fans and, of course, lots of great lacrosse. I'm now joined by the Cannons president, Ian Fournette. Ian, tell us what's going on with the Cannons this year. What's new?
Sure. We have a lot of new things this year. One of the things that we continue to focus on year over year is bringing new lacrosse fans into the family. So one of the things we've focused a lot on is building a high school lacrosse series where we have 2 games to kick off the season, one on May 6th and one on May 13th. We've got Lincoln Sudbury versus Longmeadow on May 6th, which is a great matchup. It's a historic matchup that's been a decades-long relationship between those 2 teams of battling out state championships. And then the following week, May 13th, is an ISL matchup, which is Governors versus St. Seb. So real historic programs in our state. They're great programs for us to partner with and really showcase the best high school athletes in the state in 4 very strong programs with 2 matchups. So
wow.
We're really excited about it.
That's awesome. And of course, the week after that second game, you'll have the New York Lizards in town. That's always a huge game. You guys looking forward to that one?
Yeah, every year it's our biggest game of the year, whether we're in New York or in Boston. Last year we played them 2 overtime games. We took 1, they took 1. So it's your typical Boston-New York rivalry. Like any other sports, it's intense, fast-paced, and it always seems to come down to 1 goal. So Paul Rabel and his team come into town, and we're always well prepared for them. So yeah, we're excited for May 20th for sure.
It's going to be even crazier this year with Joe Walters on the sideline for the Lizards. But tell me a little bit about what comes next. You guys have Cannons Fighting Cancer on June 3rd.
Yes, June 3rd. We kicked off an initiative last year called Cannons Fighting Cancer. This year it's going to benefit the Boston Children's Hospital. And so really important initiative for us and galvanizing the lacrosse community around the fight against cancer. Our goal is to raise over $100,000 and drive it right back into the Boston Children's Hospital and then back into our community. So we're really excited about that for 2017.
Yeah, such a cool event last year. And now as the president, what are your goals for this franchise in 2017?
Our biggest goals are to win championships. I mean, like any other team here in Boston, it's about winning. We're also trying to win off the field as well and grow our fan base and provide the best experience for lacrosse fans and non-lacrosse fans out there. So we're super excited about our initiatives on game days, but really 365 days a year through all of our social media channels and our website and just what we do with kids and families and all of our Cannons fans in the region.
Awesome. Well, good luck in that home opener. Thanks so much for joining us on Cannons Full Contact.
Thank you.
Coming up next on Cannons Full Contact, we go out into the lacrosse community with Cannons star Mitch Belisle, who was in Foxborough recently.
We're on to you, diabetes. Time's up insufficient prenatal care. And administrative paperwork, your days of drowning people are numbered. Same goes for you, budget overruns. And rising costs. Wipe that smile off your face. We're coming for you too. For those who won't rest until the world is healthier, neither will we. Optum, how well gets done.
Trimino protein-infused water naturally boosts metabolism, curbs appetites, and helps replenish and maintain muscle. So whether you're working out, playing sports, or running the rat race, get in touch with your inner athlete and treat your body right with new, delicious Trimino. Why just hydrate when you can rejuvenate with Trimino protein-infused water? Trimino beats water every day. Look for Trimino at your local supermarket or visit us online at drinktrimino.com.
Welcome back to Cannons Full Contact. It's time for us to take a look at what's going on in the lacrosse community beyond the Cannons, and this week we focus on the college game. The 2017 NCAA National Championships are coming back to Foxborough over Memorial Day weekend. 3 great days of men's and women's lacrosse, culminating in a men's national championship being crowned on Monday. Now, Jack, you were a part of a UMass team that got to play in a national championship. What's it like as a college student athlete to play on the biggest stage?
Well, it's the ultimate. It's the realization of a lot of hard work, maybe some dreams, and it's just a really pressure-packed experience. If you're fortunate enough to win on Saturday, you got a really quick turnaround to get ready for Monday. At the end of the day, you're hoping for the best. We came up at UMass just a little bit short, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
Well, to help promote this year's event, Cannons star Mitch Belisle was in Foxborough recently. Let's take a look at his day in this week's Trimino Community Spotlight.
We enjoy the opportunity
to bring kids and families here to Gillette Stadium from a lacrosse standpoint. We have great relationships with the youth community, the high school community, the college community, and the club programs that helps facilitate interest in the game. But what we've also done, and that we're proud of, we have built a relationship through Mass Bay Youth Lacrosse and through the MBYL. We've hosted events like this event here that Trilogy's hosting today.
So I'm one of the partners at Trilogy Lacrosse, along with Ryan Boyle, Jimmy Vlahakis, and Rob Lindsay. Ryan and Rob actually started Trilogy about 14 years ago down in New Jersey. We run camps, clinics, and tournaments all over the country, and our focus has always been player development. So Trilogy Lacrosse and the Mass Bay Youth Lacrosse League, the MBYL, have had a long partnership for about the last 6 years, and we've been lucky enough to get to come and do something at Gillette Stadium for those 6 years.
So Mitch and Ryan Boyle, they're great guys, and we've had a lot of good discussions about how to best present the NCAA championships and promote the championships.
And so the idea of having a mini field 7v7 tournament was one way that we could get more players involved, get teams coming out with their towns, and get more people into this amazing stadium. After the Patriots won the Super Bowl, people were pretty amped up to get out here.
Something we wanted to jump on right away. Great opportunity for the kids to come down and play here at Gillette. It was really easy to put a team together because it was the same field as Tom Brady plays on. 1, 2, 3, Blue Knights! All right.
So we had about 100 players throughout the clinics, and then we've got 12 teams competing today. We run events like this where we come out and have a lot of fun. The competition aspect of lacrosse is something that we love and is a big part of it. But at the foremost, we have always been about teaching kids the right way to play the game, to have a lot of fun doing that, and that's what we'll always be about. Seeing that full cycle of guys playing, learning the sport, and then giving back to work events to help other players get better, that's the most rewarding to me. And the emails, the phone calls that we get of people saying thank you, or saying, you know, this helped me get into the school of my dreams, or this helped me be the player I am, those are just gravy and icing on top. And that's what this day is all about, is sportsmanship, having a lot of fun, and making sure that families are coming out and enjoying a great day.
Good save.
It's been a great week here in New England and getting to do some really cool things with the New England sports community. It's one of the best sports communities there is, and so we're really excited to be out here, like I said, for our 6th year, and hope to grow this into a bigger event every year.
The Eastern Mass chapter of U.S. Lacrosse is the largest chapter in the country with 43,000 people as members. So there are a tremendous number of lacrosse players here in New England, and it really has to do with all of the volunteers that you see here today that are coaching these kids at the youth levels that have helped grow the game. But New England is a hotbed for lacrosse. There are 82 colleges in New England that play college lacrosse. It is, if you will, has caught up, if not surpassed, the traditional hotbeds of lacrosse.
We get to watch the college lacrosse world kind of wrap up here at Gillette, and then we spill into our full summer schedule. Teaching a lot of kids the right way to play the game, how to have a lot of fun, and how to get better doing it.
We've really tried to be an ambassador for the game and the growth of the game, and stimulate the interest in the NCAA championships through a real grassroots level throughout the year. We know that every one of these families here is a potential fan for the NCAA championships, and that's our way to build our grassroots program.
Awesome job by Mitch there, and make sure to check out all the action at Gillette over Memorial Day weekend. That's going to do it for us on Full Contact for this week. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Till next time, keep your mouthpieces in, your chin straps buckled, and your sticks in the ready position.
Always.